Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's Kevin and Mikkel. We are back with a new video. I hope you guys enjoyed your weekend. And also, while enjoying your weekend, I hope you had a chance to download the Scorpion Show podcast. I want to say thank you to everyone who's been downloading the podcast, listening to the podcast, and sharing that they're listening to the podcast via Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, and all other avenues. I've been trying to find the right groove with how to do the recording and how to do the podcast thing. I don't know how I'm gonna make it work yet, but I'm still thinking of a way to do that because it takes a lot of work to, get that done. And the video that was uploaded over the weekend, it took me a long time to get it up because I was trying to do the green screen with it, but the green screen was just taking way too long. So I just ended up just F it, I'm going to take the green screen down. I don't have time for the green screen. I'm just going to do the videos. Maybe put a background up or something. I don't know. But just thank you to those who are watching and listening. If you have not downloaded our podcast yet, go into the more info section and click on the links. There's you can listen to us on Apple, Spotify, Google, Stitcher, TuneIn, or iHeartRadio, wherever they have it at, we should be there. We're not on SoundCloud, and we won't be on SoundCloud. So we're on everything else, but we're not on SoundCloud. So just thank you to those who do that. Thank you to those who still watch this channel, who are subscribing to this channel and sharing our videos. I just want to start with how we you hot?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't want to turn the air conditioner on because it's going to be
hot.
I know it's going to take the sound away. But people that listen to the podcast, y'all know we talked about me not going to the party, and I ended up going to the party, and I still got some things to say about the party, but not on here, because you ever just see shit like, like you just see all these different people you haven't seen in a long time. So I'm like, oh, okay, oh. So it was just one of those, but I still had a good time, and we went out.
Was that a good O or bad O?
It was kind of like, oh, so they know, so this person knows, oh, like that. So
who was the party for?
Huh?
Who was the party
for Brandon, because it's going to be party.
Oh.
What does that mean?
It sounds like you're making it about you.
No, I'm not making it about me.
Okay.
I'm not. If you listen to what I said the other day,
I did. I was here.
all right.
You were talking.
So
to me.
that means it's not about me. I just oh.
Did
So
you have a good
what
time?
I did? Yeah, we went. I had a good time. I had a great time.
That's all that matters.
I had a great time, but I'm still oh. But I had a good time, and I went out. That was fun. I just had a really great weekend. And it wasn't too loud, wasn't too many things. My sister, she was going through her stuff because my nephew. But other than that, it was a great weekend. So we're gonna get into these topics, starting with Issa Rae. Now I love Issa Rae. We all watch. Oh my God, we all watch Insecure for 2 seasons on HBO. This year they took a break. They'll be back next year. But she's still working. She got the Black Lady Sketch Show, which I'm not a big fan of. Some of them were funny and most of them were not funny. But I still watched because I wanted to support the ladies. And now Saturday Night Live no longer has any black women on the show because Leslie Jones is no longer there. So you had a sketch show with black women, never been done before. These cars are fucking stupid.
I know they heard that.
Yeah,
that was loud.
yeah.
And these streets are not even that big or wide.
Yeah, it's not the highway or none of that. It's not an open road. It's kids getting out of school, and you're doing all of that. So, Issa Rae, she's doing her thing. She got a couple of shows out, and now I found out today that you hear the cops. Oh, they're not playing with them.
As they should be.
So Issa Rae is going to be, right now it's in the early development of remaking Set It Off, a 1996 classic with Queen Latifah, Vivica Fox, Kimberly Elise, and Jada Pinkett Smith.
I know Taraji Henson is going to be a part of this project. I just have a feeling she's going to be a part of it.
I don't know, but you know how, I'm just getting irritated with all the reboots.
Right.
And it's like, Hollywood is a big ass.
Right. It's like, where are the new writers?
Yeah.
Where are the new
Where are the new
storylines?
scripts? Like, everything got to be remade and retold. Like, come on. That's a F. Gary Gray classic film. It's a classic film for all of us, and you guys can be creating your own classic.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I just don't want y'all to be remaking it. Like, I'm not, like, excited about it. Like, yes. You know, but I mean...
I agree.
There's
no need to remake it.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just don't want. I don't want it to be remade.
Right.
I like it the way I remembered it from as a kid watching that movie. Right. But everything is like being remade. Where are y'all creative juices? Where are they? Because I'm trying to find them. It's hard. It's hard. Like, you could create your own. I'm sorry. But I'm happy for Issa because she's been doing her thing. She came out with the movie Little. Like, she's all doing their thing. But this one, I'm just like, why? Mm-hmm. Why y'all messing with Cut It Off? But if she do it, you want Taraji in it?
No, I didn't say I want her in it. I said I can see her in it.
Seeing her.
Yeah, I can see her in it.
Yeah, I don't.
I mean, Taraji is one of the big black actresses out today. Mm-hmm. There's a great story that has not been told yet on film, and I remember I hit up Lena Waithe about the story, and she said she had passed it on or whatever the case may be. But that story about the move bombing that happened here in '85, that was a real life terrorist attack here in Philadelphia, and Mother's Day weekend, and it's a story that's never been told on film. Most people don't even know about it.
Right.
I remember I had posted something about it a few months ago, and this guy who lives around the corner from the actual bombing site hit me up and said, I never knew anything about this. He said, oh my God, I never knew. He's young, but he was like, I never knew anything about it. So I said, ask your grandma. So he hit me up about 15 minutes later and said, me and my grandma, since you told me to ask her, I hit her up, I asked her, and we just been talking about it this whole time. And he was like, I just never knew anything about it. Yeah. And I was like, yeah, I know your grandma would know.
They dropped a live bomb in West Philly.
On a house, trying to get people out of this house, and ended up destroying over 60 homes.
And killed several people. Mm-hmm. It was a bad day. 2
people survived the fire, and the little boy who survived, he actually just died.
Yeah,
maybe a few years ago, drowned. Yeah. Right, a grown man by this time. But, yeah. That was how you survive a bombing and then drown in the pool.
Yeah.
Isn't that something?
Right. So, but you know, I'm excited to see what Issa Rae is going to do with this film. You know, we got probably a couple more years until this movie comes out. But we'll see. I'm just not excited right now. But maybe once casting comes along and we see who the 4 girls or the 4 women, who they're going to be, I might be a little bit more. And maybe
one
excited.
Of the originals will come and reprise, or come in. Yeah. Well, Cleo can't because she died.
Yeah.
But Jada.
Yeah.
All of them died. Yeah. Didn't they all die?
I only remember Queen Latifah dying.
Oh,
she
well,
shot
I can't
up.
remember what happened to the rest of them.
Probably got shot up. I mean,
I can't remember. I just know Jada
but I
was on that bus, counting that money.
I remember Queen Latifah got out that car and she just started shooting, and they And remember, Jada Pinkett's character, she got away because she cut her hair off at the end.
Yeah, but I can't remember what happened to Vivica Fox and Elise, whatever her name is. Kimberly Elise, yeah. I can't remember. I don't know.
And then who gonna do the soundtrack? Because the soundtrack,
and that's
like, you got work to do, Issa. And Beyonce can't be doing everybody's soundtracks.
And Beyonce does not need to be on this soundtrack.
I'm just saying, No, but I want them to come up with a decent soundtrack. And plus, I know she probably won't have no problem because the music from Insecure is amazing. And then they do like the little...
But you can't beat Set It Off. No, I'm missing. You would never touch... Nobody ever touched that. No. I think at every funeral, black funeral since then, that song is played.
Don't play it at my funeral.
No, I wouldn't do it.
Play Janice one. I don't know.
I was going to have them play at your funeral? Diana Ross is, I'm coming.
You're trying that. Why would you play that? I've already been out. So NBC has their new streaming service. It's called Peacock. How original. No, but y'all know it's for their logo. So it's coming out next 2020. It'll be out next spring. And they are reviving shows like Saved by the Bell, Hunky Brewster, Battlestar Galactica, and they're coming out with a show with Jada Pinkett Smith, and it's titled Straight Talk. But it's not a talk show; it's a comedy. Um,
Instead of just giving her red table talk.
yes, I think Red Table Talk need to be on television. Or maybe one of the networks can do like, you know how sometimes they would give Oprah primetime slot like once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
I think it would be that with someone who needs to be at the Red Table Talk, and Jada can interview them and talk to them. I think it would be fun. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so she's doing that. But y'all know how I feel. I'm welcoming all of these new streaming services, but it's starting to become a little bit too much. Do you want to stream or do you want to have cable? And it's just hard because it's too much. And now you probably paying from $4 to about maybe $13, depending on what plan you have or what network you go to. It's getting around like $80 if you were having to be personally subscribed to all those networks. And you know, so what, you got different, you know, the shows that people love, but I'm just tired. Like, I like y'all with Hulu. I liked when all the networks were on Hulu. Everybody get their piece of the pie. Now everybody's been a little bit just too greedy. And it's going to hurt these, I don't think it's going to hurt Netflix. It might hurt Hulu more than anybody, but Netflix, I've had Netflix since 2008 when you had to mail the DVDs back. It was no streaming service. Mm-hmm. That's how long I've had Netflix. I'm old, you know. And I've had Hulu since it came out because I like the fact that if I miss something on TV or didn't DVR it, it will always be on the next day. By 6 o'clock in the morning, I can watch it on Hulu. Speaking of Hulu, I keep falling asleep, but my nighttime movie is The Women of Brewster Place. And I've never seen it before, but I keep looking at that character. What's her name? Lynn Whitfield's character. Like, I've never seen her as a young actress. She was beautiful. She's beautiful now. She got a little work done. But she was, like, beautiful. I said, oh, my God.
She's still beautiful in Green.
Yeah, yes, she is.
She aged
like but she is. I like her character now because, like,
Greenleaf?
yes, yeah. I look like, I'm sure that's not too far from, like, because she's just so good at what she does. Like, that's Lynn Whitfield.
I don't think Lynn Whitfield gets her props too.
No, she doesn't.
She doesn't. She's really good.
She's always, like, she's been looked. I think she got an award for playing Josephine Baker a long time ago.
That was years ago.
But I don't remember anything recent.
Really, and I feel like Lynn Whitfield, her height of her career was in the 90s. Mm-hmm. Now she's older. She's in her 60s. You know, Lynn Whitfield, Greenleaf. You're familiar with Greenleaf.
Yeah. I haven't watched last week's episode yet.
You know, Lynn Whitfield is actually older than Reverend Bishop Greenleaf. In real life, she's older than him.
By what, a couple of years?
Yeah, about a few years. But the fact that she's older than him is like, wow. Because he looks older than her.
Yeah, but I like his. I think he's more like, I don't know. I never really look at him and wonder how old he is.
I did, because I wanted to know. And when I looked it up and saw that she was older than him, I said, wow.
Well, you know, there be women.
But Lynn Whitfield is good. And I like that. I like her character on Greenleaf.
Right.
I like that she's playing an age-appropriate character, not somebody... And I love the way they style her on the show, too. Mm-hmm. They style her very classy and sophisticated. Yes, she's styled very, very well. But I could actually see Lynn Whitfield like that, period. Yeah. Like, she just gives me that beautiful, that ambiance of just class. Yes. That's what she gives me.
I love her character.
I love her on Greenleaf. I just love her.
And I'm waiting. I can't wait to see what happened last week, because I watched the first episode and I was like, oh my God.
I always watch my shows after they come on, and I can't remember. So does Greenleaf come on tonight?
Yeah, it comes on Tuesdays.
Okay.
So yeah. I like it when I don't watch it, because then I can get two at one instead of having to wait a whole week.
Right.
For getting it. But this, I missed the whole season of Queen Sugar. This whole new season, I missed the whole season. Thinking, yeah, I'm going to catch up. I didn't watch anything, don't know nothing. Don't want nobody to tell me nothing, tweet me nothing about the show. Whenever it comes on, like they do a marathon, or whenever it comes on like Hulu, I'm going to watch it. Or Netflix, I'll watch it. But just getting back to Saved by the Bell, they're supposed to be bringing back AC Slater and Jesse and one of the white guys. I can't remember his name, but his face is in my head. He's supposed to be the governor. And they got some new storyline. I don't know, like, who be asking for these remakes, but okay, y'all bringing back Saved by the Bell. If I sign up to the network, I might watch. Punky Brewster is before my time, so I don't really.
You never saw Punky Brewster before?
I remember the reruns, but I don't really remember what the show was about because I was much younger.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't.
Punky Brewster, she was an orphan girl, and this older guy took her in. That I can't remember the premise, but I used to watch the show. But I just remember she was orphaned, and I think she may have been homeless. I can't remember, but I know that guy who took her in was not anything to her.
Yeah, and they, I'm trying to who y'all targeting with these old shows? I don't know.
Us.
Battlestar Galactica is definitely not mine. I think that's a science fiction thing. I've never really been into science fiction, so that's not me. That's not enough to get me to sign up. Getting The Office and Parks and Recreation, nah, I can pass on that. So I don't think Peacock is something I'm going to get, but definitely Disney Plus I'm going to sign up with.
Mm-hmm.
Only $7 or something like that, and all of those shows they got and all of those movies, definitely signing up. And I really want to give BET Plus a try. I just really want to help my people and see what they have, and then do a video about it and just talk about their network. That's that's been in my head for the BET Plus thing. But then on Netflix, if you watch Family Reunion with Loretta Devine and Tia Mowry, that's Tia. Their show got picked up for season 2. The first 10 episodes are there. They're supposed to do a Christmas special show around Christmas time. It'll be on Netflix, and then they'll release the second half. And then after that, they're coming back with the new season on the show, which is good for all the people on the show. Because I think, remember I was telling you how they dedicate each show to someone from the African American community, but they're really tackling the police. They got real serious around the end, but it's still fun. But it's like some of it was cheesy. But I was like, I couldn't stop watching. But it's been renewed, and I'm happy for them because you don't really. A lot of people have been talking about it, and I'm just surprised that Netflix renewed them because a lot of shows on Netflix have been getting canceled. So enough people must be watching. And then Luke James, Little Rel. I'm giving you all y'all little TV recaps. TV stuff coming, and then we're going to get to the other stuff. Luke James, Little Rel, and Lala, all those L's, are coming to the Shy for season 3.
Because it was a shakeup.
Yes, it was a big shakeup. You had the couple with Brandon and I forgot her name. The girlfriend.
Jerica?
Yeah, Jerica. Mm-hmm. They're no longer on the show. So, and I think I hope the character Jake's brother didn't get kicked off, but Luke James is coming as Jake's other brother on the show, like a brother who went away and coming back. Little Rel is supposed to be the owner of Sonny's Chicken Barbecue Pit, and he's not supposed to care about the community. And I forgot what Lala's character is going to be on there for, but she's going to be coming to the Shy. And this is really I'm like, okay, I could deal with new people coming on, and I just want to see what they're going to do with this show. But I want it to be a show where I can't wait to watch, and I hope that
this season, you mean?
Yeah. The season I hope it's something that I want to watch every week, and I want what's his name, the last name, Lattimore's character, Jacob Lattimore's character. I want him to have more responsibility on the show. Or more of a bigger role in the show. We know he's been going to job and trying to take care of the children and all of that stuff. But I want his character to be more mature and stuff like that.
Because Emmett is still giving you that kid vibe.
Right.
Immature kiddie vibe.
And how can I make $1 this day? But it is a struggle.
It is a struggle. Yes, it is. And to be quite honest with you, his character is like a lot of these guys out here.
Yeah.
That make babies, don't have no job.
Yeah, but then he's trying.
He is trying. A lot of them try too, but a lot of them try not hard enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and then his mom, she trying to get her love life together. That's good and all, but it's not enough to support a whole season. So I'm glad that we got new dynamics coming on the Shy for season 3. I'm excited. It's a lot of good stuff coming out. Now let's move on to the little news stuff. Kevin Hart is being sued for $60 million by the woman who accused. Remember the lady? She was accused of setting up the tape from the sex tape a couple years ago. Now the thing was, she didn't have anything to do with it. It was Kevin Hart's friend who set the camera up to extort Kevin Hart out of money. And now, you know, this lady, she was saying during the press conference she didn't want no money, none of that stuff. Now she's saying that Kevin Hart knew about the tape. She's also saying that him and his friend were in cahoots with this tape, and it was to give him more publicity for his upcoming tour. Like, Kevin Hart needed more publicity when he's in 50 million shows
I don't know
and
if
commercials.
that part is true now.
So she's saying she's, you know...
And then to mess up his marriage? Like, I
can't see that being like no.
Yeah. So she wants $60 million for emotional distress and for being set up. You know,
I want $60 million.
$60 million.
Can you imagine the emotional distress I go through when I come here? Somebody gonna give me $60 million?
I want her to hang this up.
Yeah, I do.
But Kevin Hart has a lot of it's a lot of stuff going on with him, and he's been.
I posted on Facebook. Kevin Hart is always in the news lately for the wrong reasons. I posted it on Facebook. It's just he's just in the news for the wrong reasons. Like, we were just talking about your car accident.
Right.
Now we're talking about this. I'm sure you and your wife had to deal with that whole situation last year or whatever when that whole situation came out that you cheated on her. Y'all got past that. Now you got to go through that again because of this.
Yeah.
Like,
but Kevin is trying to recover. I don't even think he's paying that any mind. Or I hope that they're...
Well, that's the top news now. We're not even thinking about...
Yeah. Because $60 million is a lot of money.
Yeah, it is. Tell me about it.
Like, Kevin Hart's... Like, I don't
$60
think,
is a lot of money when you don't have it.
There's so much Kevin Hart can do to get publicity. Why would he make a sex tape of all things?
Of all fucking things. How about that?
Like, him and The Rock can make a you know, they could come up with a fake fight on a set or something like that with their publicists trying to stop it.
Sex tape with Kevin Hart?
I'm not doing no sex tapes with nobody.
If Kevin Hart paid you $60 million.
$60 million. Would you do it?
Hell yeah, $60 million. Are you kidding me? Where do we set up at? Where do I lay down at? Are you kidding me? Yes.
Okay. Kevin Hart, $60 million. She's not going to get anything.
No, she's
I
not.
hope the judge throws it out. Just throw it out. Like, girl, you've been going for 2 years. Your reputation ain't damaged because don't nobody remember who you are.
Yeah.
We have moved on. It's damn near 2020.
I thought she was a new woman until I read the article. I didn't know it was the same woman.
Same woman. Same woman. Yeah. And Wendy Williams said, bitch, I ain't going nowhere. You know, we all been seeing Wendy collapsing, and she has been collapsing. So, Wendy, don't try to act like you haven't been collapsing. And...
Like literally collapsing?
Well, that too.
Oh.
We've seen her in her little things all passed out in New York, drunk or drunk, whatever. You know, she's in the sugar house. Living. Yeah, like
when she was in the sugar house.
No, you're trying.
Oh,
you know, she's just been canceling shows left and right. Like, Wendy, don't act like you weren't in a downward spiral. And, you know, the divorce, you know...
Well, but she did say on The View that she wasn't going nowhere.
Yeah, she said it. She said, as long as they keep watching, I'll be back. And her show is being renewed to 2020. And that's a good thing, because I get to watch Wendy Williams whenever I DVR it. Because there's so many new shows out right now. Like, I'm really liking Tamron Hall new show. It's not like a regular gossipy show. It's a talk show. And I like it. But it's a bunch of new shows out there, Wendy, and you're competing with them. And I'm just mad that they moved my paternity court to 5:30 in the morning. I just had to DVR that. But yeah, I'm happy for Wendy. I missed this morning's episode, and I missed The View. Like I gotta see
what's
watch
going on
because
they've been
going ahead.
interviewing the people from the New York Times over there. You know, they need to leave that Brett Kavanaugh stuff alone because
but I think
ain't nothing going to happen coming out of that.
I don't know if
it's going to be bad for the
come from
Democrats.
it, but
It really is. It's going to be bad for them. And then, like they said, the person who's saying this is not even the person. First of all, it's somebody else who's claiming to have seen it. Yeah. And then the woman who supposedly it happened to says she doesn't even remember that. So why are we even talking about this?
Yeah, she's not making any allegations.
She's not even coming for it's somebody else who claims to have seen it. A man.
Yeah. Why? Never mind, Kevin. Don't even say that. Let's move on for you to say we can't even get paid for this video. because they tried to, because we talked about 9/11. They said no, you can't get paid for it. So
Can you believe it?
right. So
What damn good is it to sit in front of the damn camera and talk?
Right.
You can't talk about it. I
we
mean, hello.
censored. So congrats to Wendy. Beyonce's team, I believe they went to the Emmys Creative Awards this weekend, and it wasn't a good weekend for Parkwood Entertainment because Beyonce's team went home Emmyless, and I believe Beyonce is nominated for 6 Emmy Awards. For
Quite a
her,
few, yes.
yeah, for her Homecoming Netflix special. Now, I don't care what anybody says. Carpool Karaoke ain't that goddamn good where it's snubbing Beyonce for Emmys. It was
for
defeating her
Homecoming,
for Emmys for Homecoming. I remember watching, first of all, I remember watching Beachella before it was even called Homecoming.
That's right.
I remember watching Beachella, and I was up at 3:30 in the morning watching this as like one of the best things I have ever witnessed from Beyonce, period. I think I even said it's one of her, like, the best at that time. And then you have Michelle and Kelly there, and then the band, and y'all know I love the saxophone.
And the steps.
The steps. The whole show! And y'all gonna tell me that Beyonce couldn't win an Emmy for anything that
Because somebody's riding around in the car singing the has-been.
I could do you know, we could do that.
Yeah.
Riding around in the car, that is not even
close to being Emmy.
no.
And don't get me wrong, I think it's cute.
I like James Corden.
Yeah, I think
Don't
it's
get
cute.
me
The
wrong.
idea of don't get me wrong. Oh, there's not a rude person that gets in that car. They're all well bred on how to sing a song.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
But they haven't solved my problem.
How is it better?
How is it
Carpool
better?
Karaoke than Beachella.
Okay. You know, Homecoming is right over there on Netflix. You can watch it on Netflix. Okay. There's a drain that it sits in. Oh, is it?
You know?
I thought it was something there. Oh, so
Yeah. So I'm kind of disappointed for the team. Beyonce worked so hard, and I mean, I don't even think she was even trying to win an Emmy. So
Right.
to be nominated
no,
for
no.
Emmys,
It was just something that she just did.
what the
You know, something you walk up and say, I'm just doing it. Because I mean, it is Beyonce.
right? Yes. So I just feel bad, but I don't want you know the B team to be sore losers. Like, it's okay, because now,
Well,
you
no,
know,
they weren't.
I know, but you know, everybody is like making it seem like, you know, the family is saying F you, and you know, the tweets are coming out like, oh, we should have won. Look, y'all know there's one other person right now who's upset with the Emmys, and it's like, let's not get Donald Trump level. It's okay. Beyonce gonna have plenty of Emmys. She's gonna be nominated for, you know, plenty of Grammys, and hopefully soon an Oscar and a Tony if she gets into the Broadway thing and do something like. There's so much stuff that B can do. She can do it. It's just that one time she didn't win, and this is not the first time she's went home after being nominated for so many and getting nothing.
Right.
So she's gonna be okay, and
She
she got the
will.
twins, and she got Blue to take care of. And I guess as a little constellation, ABC had Making of the Gift last night, and I didn't watch it because I was watching my wrestling, but it definitely trended last night. And they were saying that Blue Ivy basically stole the show.
I couldn't watch it because I was here last night, but I've seen clips, and the clips that I saw, Blue Ivy definitely stole the show. You can definitely, there's several things that you can tell from it. One, you can tell that Blue Ivy is Beyonce's daughter, and I'm not talking about physical. I'm talking about, you could tell that she sits around her, that she's picking up from her mother, and you can tell that if Blue Ivy goes into entertainment, it's not going to be because her mother and father forced her or made her. It's going to be because she wanted to. Because that girl just likes to perform. She likes to perform.
Right.
And you can tell. She likes to sing. She likes to dance. She just likes to be up under her mom when her mom is working. And I like the fact that Beyonce allows her to be up under her while she's working, because she's picking up so much, and you can tell that it's natural for her. Like, even with the clips with Homecoming, when you saw some of the clips where Blue Ivy was behind the scenes with B when she was getting ready for that, and her in rehearsal with that. I think that's so. First of all, I never thought about it until I started seeing those clips. I think it's genius that Beyonce allows her. Well, not just Beyonce, but I think it's genius for any celebrity performer to allow their kids to be up under them when they're rehearsing, because they pick up on stuff, especially if that's something that they have in them. And to see Blue Ivy doing what she's doing, and I never even thought about it, and call me crazy or late, but I never even realized that was Blue Ivy's voice in Brown Skin Girl.
I never heard the album yet.
What? No, the song Brown Skin Girl. Oh, you never heard? Oh yeah. Well,
I got a lot to catch up with.
Yeah, I never even knew that until the clip, when they showed the behind the scenes clip when Beyonce was standing there with. Well, first of all, when her and Beyonce was sitting on the couch going over the lyrics.
Yeah, I seen that.
I was like, oh wow. And then they got in front of the microphone and she started singing it, and I'm like, wait, that is Blue. But I never paid attention to it being.
Oh, they were singing back and forth?
Like, well, they were like, I guess they were at somebody's house. I don't know who house where they was at.
I'm talking about on the song. Like, they was going back and forth on the song?
No. They were sitting on a couch and they both had the lyrics. So basically, they were reading the lyrics, like singing it out. And I basically Beyonce was telling her, no, this is how you going, like how you. And they was just singing it to each other. And then I guess once they felt like Blue Ivy had it right, then she went to the microphone and started singing it. Mm-hmm. And I was just like, oh wow. I was like, wow. And it was even cute. The little twins. She was sitting at a table with the daughter, with her daughter, and she was asking her daughter, what animal makes this sound? Or what sound does a cow make? And the little girl was saying, what sound does a such and such make? And she was doing it. What sound does a lion make? And she was doing it. I was like, damn, this little girl's. These kids are like, it's just like you could tell that they're grooming their kids to be smart and not be labelfied and all into the labels, but they're grooming them to be well-educated kids. Not just, oh, my mom and dad is Beyonce and Jay-Z, but I'm going to be smart behind this. I'm going to have some brains behind this to fuck too. You know what I mean? It really was, the clips that I seen, it really was really cute.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna watch it tonight, The Gift. I didn't have time because I was watching my wrestling last night. And I was, yeah, that was it. I'm about to say I was watching the Eagles, but that was Sunday I was watching wrestling and the Eagles. And we lost, but that was great.
Well,
yes.
I mean, who didn't see that coming?
Yeah. No, don't do that because it was a good game. It came down to the wire. I love games like that when it comes to like the final 2 minutes. Like it was a good game. Congratulations to Atlanta Falcons. But I ain't added to the notes, but Samuel Smith, the singer Sam Smith, has changed his pronouns to they, them, their. Now,
Oh, wow.
yes, I mean, and it kind of made me like, see what I'm talking about? Like, because y'all know how I feel. Like, for me, it's just tough for me to go by that when I'm used to, he, him, and she, he, her. Like, I just, trying to learn a new pronoun for me is kind of like, why? But I understand that some people feel different ways, like they don't know their gender. But I never looked at Sam Smith like as a female, and I'm surprised that it's just surprising.
Is he saying that he's going the female route?
No, he's saying that he's not. He's saying that he's not a male, and he's saying that he's not a female. So he's going by the pronouns they, them, their. Now, so that's it. Like, oh, you listen to Sam Smith? Yeah, they're one of my favorite singers.
Not he.
Not he. Yeah, and I can't do that.
No,
that's gonna be like,
because then people who don't understand it will look at you. Why you keep saying they?
Yeah, they're coming to my house tomorrow.
Wait.
Sam.
They is a group. Sam Smith's a group.
Right. So I just really wanted to learn. Like I want to sit down with someone who's very educated on it to help me understand, because right now I'm not really open to it, and I don't want to sound rude to it.
Right.
So so that's what Sam Smith did this weekend. So he's now no longer a he. It's they, them, their. Sam Smith. So when it comes to music awards and stuff, I'm guessing he's only going to be nominated.
Yeah, what category is he going to be in?
He's only going to be in general categories, I'm assuming. Because you can't go best male singer, you can't go best female singer. And he's one of my, I don't know.
That's horrible though, because
Yeah.
You know, because then. So.
And then I listened to Fantasia on the Breakfast Club. Y'all gotta watch that interview. Charmaine wasn't there, but it was a really good interview with DJ Envy and Angela Yee, and she was having a good time. And she spoke on being a wife, and she spoke about how women should submit to their husbands. She didn't say it like in a bad way.
Real quick, Donald Trump is still our president.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
She didn't say it in a bad way, but she was explaining why she feels that women should submit to men. And I haven't really seen it. I don't think a lot of people have seen this interview yet, but when they do, I know that this is going to be a topic of conversation on what a lot of people want to discuss, and like, should women do it? Oh no, because if I'm the queen of the household, he's going to be doing this and that or whatever. But it was just really, really good. And she explained.
Well, see, if you see, and this is, listen, if you go by, if you're a religious person, you know, whatever the case may be, whether you're Christian, whether you're Muslim, you already know that it teaches us that the male is the head of the household. Right. Now, some people may say, now I can already see this already because I've even heard this in the past. Some people may say, well, that was speaking of times back then. And, how can I put this? That was speaking about then. We're talking about now because a lot of people tend to use that for when they speak about the Bible. But I still believe that, and I think maybe it's because I came from a two-parent household, and I still believe that in my opinion that the male is the head of the household. And I think that I don't think women have a problem with being submissive to their men, to their husbands. I don't think that's an issue at all, because I think that a lot of women wouldn't mind being submissive to their men if they had a man that took lead and took charge like he's supposed to.
Right.
But if you have a man that's not taking lead, if you have a man that's a bum, if you have a man that is not doing what he's supposed to as a man, that's not his fault. That's your fault because you took him. Yeah. Like that meme says, guess who chose your baby father? You.
Right.
Guess who chose that bum? You. So I don't think that Fantasia is talking about being submissive to all men. I think she's talking about being submissive to your husband and the man that's doing what he's supposed to do to provide for the household. I think that's what she means. I don't think she's talking about all men. So I think that anybody who gets upset by it, I think it's probably twisting her words. Not even her words, but what she means. Because I doubt if Fantasia agrees with all women being submissive to all men. Because I don't even think that's... No. Because there's not a lot of men that you out here that I'd be like, girl, submissive. I can't even believe you kissing him. Okay, let alone being submissive.
Yeah, but she talked about her meeting her husband, and you know,
and it works.
Was married in 3 weeks.
Yeah, well, you know what? It works. But you know what? It works.
Didn't Mariah and Nick Cannon do that?
Well, let's not use them because it didn't work for them.
But
they have beautiful kids.
Yeah,
but. I follow Fantasia on Instagram, and you know, I think that her and her husband are, from what I see, it seems like they're good for each other. You know, they try to be really inspirational to her followers, and whatever Fantasia is doing, I just hope it keeps going because it just looks like she's just happy and just doing and in a good. And I don't know who's styling her, but they are styling the hell out of. Her look is working for her. I mean, she just looks. Every time you see something, I feel like every time she posts something, I just feel like, damn, Fantasia, you look awesome. You look awesome. I just hope that people understand what it is that she's trying to say with the whole submissive thing, rather than thinking that, oh, all men. Because then some women can be, some bitter betties that be out there, oh, no, I'm not being submissive to him, because but you chose him. I didn't choose him, you did. You know what I mean? Right. You allowed him to ejaculate up in you.
Oh, my God.
Knowing that he didn't have a job, and knowing that he didn't take care of the last 2 kids that he had. Right. But you allowed him to release all up in you.
And I hate those kind of
and you walked around pregnant for 9 months. So don't get mad at nobody else. Don't get mad at Fantasia. Right. Okay? Because her man is clearly doing what he's supposed to do. Even if he's not making more money than her, he's clearly doing what he's supposed to do in the household for her to be submissive to him.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. He's doing something right. It ain't even about how much money he's bringing in, because he's probably not bringing in as much money as her. But whatever he's doing in their house, he's doing it right. And that's why Fantasia feels as though she needs to be submissive to her man, because he's doing it right. Whether he's hitting that cat right, whether he's doing it right.
I'm listening.
Okay.
Alex Trebek announced this morning that he has to undergo another round of chemotherapy. You know, they thought they got everything, but you know, I guess it's making a return, and he's hoping that the second round of chemo gets rid of, you know, his pancreatic cancer. But he also was doing an interview saying that, you know, he understands that his time is almost up, and he's not afraid to die. And when it's his time to go, you know, it's his time to go. But I just, I encourage Alex, and you know, to keep on fighting. And you know, we're happy to see him, because we've the only man we the only man I've seen on Jeopardy. Mm-hmm. You know, it would be weird to see somebody else in the Jeopardy spot, and you think they're going to be there forever, because they've been there since you were a kid.
Since you were a kid.
Yes, right before the Pennsylvania lottery comes on.
Yep.
I mean, you know that Alex Trebek is right there after.
The Pennsylvania
lottery. Like, this is Jeopardy.
This is Jeopardy.
Like, you.
As soon as they go, yeah, that's old school. You only know if you live in Philly or Pennsylvania.
Yes.
Because as soon as they tell you those last numbers, then this is Jeopardy. It comes right.
Yeah, so it's been a long time, 30-something years he's been the host, and he may have to, you know, take a break from the show. I don't know what they're going to do, but he's going to be starting that chemotherapy soon. And I wish Alex Trebek the best, and I hope that he beat it again.
Cookie Roberts, though.
Yeah. I don't really know her. She probably from old school.
Yeah, she used to be on I think it was ABC. Yeah. But she did a lot of commentary work in recent years, and I remember I used to see her on different shows. She was a guest on The View plenty of times. Mm-hmm. She's definitely old school.
Yes,
and you know what? Barbara Walters is sitting somewhere hanging in there.
Yes, she is. Yeah. Let her stay there.
Because you know Barbara Walters turns 90 this month.
If
she didn't already turn 90. Yeah.
Well, listen, Barbara, stay in there.
Barbara Walters somewhere saying, you know what?
She probably don't even want us to look at her and see how she looks now. I don't know. Because Barbara normally want to walk her ass out on The View.
You don't see her no more.
Nope.
You don't see or hear nothing about it. No, nothing. Yep.
Nothing.
Barbara Walters has been doing this for over 50 years.
Living her life. Mm-hmm. So Whitney Houston's hologram tour is starting in 2020, and it's going all overseas. It's not going to be here in the United States. I'm disappointed, because they knew they couldn't get over with us here in America. So they're gonna get over on all the people around.
They're gonna get over all. They're gonna get them drunk.
Yes.
Get them happy.
Yes.
And then tell them here comes Whitney Houston. Yes. And everybody gonna be cheering.
Yeah. Let me tell you something. The best way to have a Whitney Houston concert is to turn on her live CDs and have a good time, or maybe find some live performances on YouTube and have a good time.
Now this is what I want to know. What voice are going to use?
I don't know.
Pre-recorded.
No,
pre. What was the last one? Pre-Sparkle or
90, late 80s, early 90s Whitney.
She's not gonna do the talk singing Whitney?
No, I bet they bet not. People came to see a show. You talking about old people never seen Whitney Houston in concert before.
And I guess I won't.
We never will.
Right.
She's dead and gone.
Yes.
And the family is working with this place called Base.
Is the family in charge? They're
Pat
behind it.
Houston, all of them girls. Yeah.
What is Sissy doing?
Man, yeah, child.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a trip up to her church, because she's on the mother's board up at that church, and I'm gonna talk to her one day when I go.
She probably don't even go there.
No, they said she's still an active
still go
member.
there? Oh, really?
Yeah, she's still an active member. Why wouldn't she still go there? She was going there when Whitney was still living.
Yeah. Pat. What's her name?
Sissy.
Sissy don't bother nobody. I haven't heard with Sissy in a minute. Like, no news from Sissy.
Sissy probably said, "Go ahead, do it. I don't care."
Yeah.
They probably didn't turn her. They probably turned her hearing aid down when they said they gonna do. You want to watch Whitney? That's what she probably thought they said.
Like, listen, this doesn't make any sense. Whitney Houston is dead. What? Like, y'all
and gone.
Yeah,
not that part. And gone.
Yeah, and gone. I don't know what else y'all could do
pimp money out of into Whitney's like estate.
Right. Bobby Christina is dead and gone.
Yeah.
So why are we doing this?
I think that the family should do a Whitney movie the way they want to do it, and let that.
I'm tired of Whitney
movies. But you know what's so crazy though? The family of Selena has found a way to make money off of her legacy without it being like
and without it feeling like it's being exploited.
Yes, and Selena's been going since 1995. That's 24 years, and they sell clothes, merchandise.
And people still buy it.
CD. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Yes, love it. Oh my God, they love it.
Yes, they do. As if she just died 2 days ago.
Yeah, and they do concerts in her name.
And you know what? They did that one movie.
Yes,
and that's all they need.
Yes, they did.
That one movie. Okay. They do 15 different movies. A Lifetime movie.
Yes.
A BT movie. Then you gotta go over to TV One, and that's not enough. Then you gotta go over to ABC, and then that takes even longer. I could have did better by going the hell over to Netflix.
Right.
Okay?
And mind you, Netflix is doing a Selena TV movie. A TV like.
Yeah, but look
like
at this.
drama.
After all these years, and they finally doing something else.
Yes.
Whitney been gone since 2012, and it's been about 5 movies since she's been dead. You know, I can't wrap my head around which one to watch.
Yeah. Yeah, and then I watched the Whitney documentary with the family.
Did you get a documentary?
That was good. Did you watch that? It's on Hulu.
Which one is that? What is it called?
It's called Whitney. It's just called Whitney, and it was on Showtime. This is the one that was in the theaters recently.
Oh yeah. No,
that
I didn't see it.
Good.
I didn't see it, but you know what's so crazy, Kevin?
Good.
Because certain stuff like that, even like with the Michael Jackson thing, which won an Emmy too. Yeah. I have to find time to watch stuff like that because I feel like the more I watch it, the more it just relives the fact that they're gone. Yeah. Like for instance, the other day, can I say something about?
No, because I don't.
Well, the other day, you know, I had pulled up YouTube and was watching something about that, and I was watching it, and I was just like, I started reliving it all over again, and I'm like, wait, this really did happen. And I'm just watching, and you know what's so crazy? When you watch stuff like that, and I was watching CNN, because they got like a video, several videos, but I watched this one video that they have on YouTube that was like over 2 hours long, but it was like a live coverage of it going on, and I said it's so crazy because at that time when you're watching the stuff happening that day, when you look 18 years later, they didn't know what was going on. But now 18 years later you can say to yourself, no, that really was that, or no, it wasn't that. But at that time the news people that were on the air, they were like, we don't know if it's a bomb, we don't know what happened, like, and it's crazy to see it now, but it's like, for me, I'm like, I can't keep watching that shit. It's just like, no. So for Whitney, I'm sure the documentary's good, and one of these days I'll probably get to it. But right now, I'm like, no, I don't want to watch that. That girl, let her rest.
Yeah. You know what's crazy? Like anytime I hear like Whitney Houston's original voice, like on a commercial or anything, I stop no matter what I'm doing and I listen. Like they had that I Want to Dance with Somebody. I love that commercial. Amazon. Sometimes you'll pick the right songs. They'll pick Ave Maria, which is I think is a terrible song to use for an ad. Y'all should not be doing that. But yeah, stuff like that makes me happy.
You know, I didn't know Whitney and Bobby was at Left Eye's funeral.
Were they?
Hey, that's so random. But I was looking at these pictures from Left Eye funeral and I saw Whitney and Bobby come out of church.
2002. I remember that.
That's what I found out too. Not to cut you off.
What?
I found out that Left Eye, one of the people that was in the car was recording as the accident happened. And there's actually a video out there of the accident as it happened, but it's never been released. One of the guys, when it swerved off the road. But I guess the guy I never knew that though. Like, this is my first time learning that. I was like, oh my God, can you imagine somebody watching that video?
No, I don't remember.
And then they said all of them was thrown out the car. Like, can you imagine? And I didn't realize her sister was in the car too.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Left Eye's?
Yeah, Left Eye sister. Her sister was in the car. Who keeps going to the bathroom?
I don't know. So Ja Rule,
bathroom.
last topic of the day, if you care. Ja Rule put on Twitter that he is releasing a visual album for all of his albums. There will be a video for except for the ones that weren't singles. But I'm like, Ja Rule, why? Why are you going to do over 40 videos? Who is going to watch? And why would you waste your money?
Right.
Because
people our age, we don't care.
I don't care.
We don't care.
And
we were the ones who were.
And the white fans you did have, you know, they probably upset with you still about the fire.
Five. Okay.
You know?
That was so. Now that I couldn't believe that when I watched that. I said, and then I had the nerves to watch both.
Me too.
Because I said I can't wrap my finger around how people are this stupid, but then this clever. But I don't really blame the people who bought the tickets. Yeah, it's the people who put that guy who put it together. Like, how are you that clever to do all of that, and these companies coming down and to build something with no money?
Yeah, that was this.
That was the biggest scam I feel like of all time.
Yeah, and there probably will be other scams, but not
as
like
big as
that.
that. Yeah, that was a big scam, Kevin. I can't believe people
Those
fell for that.
people who eat lobster and caviar was subjected to mattresses on the ground and cheese sandwiches.
And cheese sandwiches. And tents.
Imagine.
and hurricane relief tents.
All right, let me stop that because I don't want nothing to happen to me. But that was a hell of a wake up call to them.
Yeah.
To even be in that, you know, to
spend all that money for all these VIP packages.
All them drink packages.
All them drink packages,
and for the bands.
All of that. And then the week before, they started changing it up where you had to automatically put money on stuff. I mean, they were scamming these people left and right.
He got them.
Yes, he did.
He got them. All from
we
his
can't
mom's
think of nothing
basement.
like that.
No, fuck no. First of all, we can't even try nothing like that.
No, because once my mom found out, you doing what? Are you fucking stupid? Her alone cussing you out's gonna make you not want to. Then you start thinking about the cops.
Right.
Like, I don't want to get arrested. They don't give a fuck about that.
Now, we would get arrested.
Yep.
You see what they did with him. You know.
They gave him a whole fucking documentary.
Yes. Two of them.
Two up.
And one got him and one didn't.
Yeah.
But listen, y'all. I want to say thank y'all for watching today's new video. We'll be back later this week with a new video and a podcast. Please make sure that you're downloading the podcast. And for those who are on Apple, do me a favor. Rate our show and leave a comment in the comment section if you're doing it on Apple. Thank you guys. We'll see y'all later this week.